Hello, dear students. Welcome to the fourth class of index number. So let's just recall our previous video. In the previous video, you have learned three important formula of this chapter. The first one, Laspier's index number IL is equal to sigma P1Q0 upon sigma P0Q0 into 100. Second one, passes index number IP is equal to sigma P1Q1 upon sigma P0Q1 into 100. And third, Fisher's index number IF is equal to root under root IL into IP. So this is what we have seen in our previous video. Now let's see the sum of this formula. Example number 12. Find Laspier's, passes and Fisher's index number for the year 2016 with the base year 2015. From the data about the price and consumption of the food items given below. Try to understand here. Price means P, you can say, and quantity or consumption is Q. So 2015 is your base price. So this is nothing but P0. Price of 2015 is P0 and quantity of 2015 is Q0. Similarly, 2016 is your current year, right? So the price of 2016 is P1 and quantity of 2016 is Q1. So we have P1, Q1, P0, Q0, right? Unit you have given, but right now no such effect or no calculation have been made for the unit, right? Items you have given: rice, milk, bread and banana. So you have to calculate Laspier's, passes, Fisher's index number, right? Let's see the solution. So item and unit which is already given, P0, Q0, P1, Q1. So up to this is your question, right? For Laspier, we need P1, Q0 and P0, Q0. So first we'll calculate P1 into Q0. So 1 into 40, 40. 12 into 44, 428. 2 into 50, 100. 2 into 36, 72. Similarly, we require in Laspier's P0, Q0. So P0 into Q0. 39 into 1, 39. 40 into 12, 480. 45 into 2, 90. 30 into 2, 60. Then in passe, we require P1, Q1. So multiply P1 and Q1. 40 into 1.5, 60. 44 into 10, 440. 50 into 1.5, 75, and 36 into 1.5, 54, right? And finally, we'll require P0, Q1. P0 into Q1. 39 into 1.5, 58.5. 40 into 10, 400. 45 into 1.5, 67.5. And 30 into 1.5, 45, right? And the sum of each of this column, this is called sigma P1Q0. This is sigma P0Q0. This is sigma P1Q1. And this is sigma P0Q1. Now just put this amount in the formula. Laspier's index number IL is equal to sigma P1Q0 upon sigma P0Q0 into 100. Sigma P0Q0 is 740 upon sigma P0Q0 is 669 into 100. So the answer is 110.61 up to 2 digit. After decimal, up to 2 digit we can write, right? So answer is 110.61. If you wish to comment Then presently it is 110.61, and previously of the base year index number, as you know, it is 100. So how much percentage of increase in the price of the current year? 10.61%. So like that you can make the comment. Similarly, passes index number IP is equal to sigma P1 Q1 upon sigma P0 Q1 into 100. 629 divided by 571 into 100. So your answer is 110 point. Here you can round it off. 110.60. And finally, we'll calculate Fisher's index number IF is equal to under root IL into IP. IL, as you know, it's a last place index number. IP is a passes index number. 110.61 into 110.16. So multiply of it and then root of it. So answer is 110.38. So this is your example number 12. Moving further, new illustration, example number 30. Let's see. Compute last year's passes Fisher's index number for the year 2016 from the given below by taking 2015 as a base year, right? So information of 2015 is your 0, P0 or Q0. Item you have given A, B, C, D, E, F. Unit you have given. Now try to understand. This unit should be in 1. Like if I read it out for item B, this is 1 quintal. And the price over here is for 1 quintal. Similarly for item C, this is, you can say, 1 kg. And the price is given for 1 kg, right? So like that we have 1 meter, 1 liter and 1 dozen. But in item A, we have 20 kg. That means the price given over here should be of 20 kg. So first you have to convert this 20 kg into 1 kg. And respectively, the price would also be changed. Because for 1 kg, what will be the price? That you have to write here, right? So just see the solution of item A, first row, right? Let's see. Just see the first row. So here in unit for item A, we'll make it 1 kg, right? You cannot take 20 kg or 1 or above, right? Only 1 you should take. Only 1 unit you should take here. This is the fundamental. This is the rule. So 1 kg if we take, so here price of 2015 is also changed, right? So P0 is also changed and P1 is also changed because let's see the question. This 300, if I interpret it, this 300 is for 20 kg. So for 1 kg, it would be how much? So 300 divided by 20. So P0 is 50. Similarly, 440 divided by 20. So 1 kg price is 22, right? Let's see. P0 is 15, P1 is 22. Q0, there is no need to change in the Q0. Okay, because it is given in the same units. Try to understand. If the unit given and the quantity given is of different units, then you have to change in the quantity. But here unit is given in kg and quantity is also available in kg, so there is no need to change in the quantity. So your Q0 is 5 kg and Q1 is also 8 kg. I hope it is clear, right? For rest, there is no need to change. 1 quintal, this is 500 and 700, but try to understand. 1 quintal price is given. Just now I commented. Unit is given in quintal, but quantity is given in kg. You have two options. Either this unit is converted into kg or this kg is converted into unit. If kg is converted into quintal, it would be in decimal, right? So we'll prefer to go, this quintal is converted into kg. So let's see the solution only for item B. See, for item B, we have taken 1 kg, but this 500 and 700 is for 1 quintal. And here we have taken 1 kg. And as you know, 1 quintal is equal to 100 kg. So this 500 and 700 is divided by 100 and 100. And this how this price is also converted into 1 kg, right? So if I put the equation, try to understand 1 quintal, or I would say 100 kg, right? So for 100 kg, the price is 500. For 1 kg, it would be how much? So 500 divided by 100, it would be 1. Similarly, for 100 kg, price is 700. For 1 kg, it would be how much? It comes to 7, right? Now, unit is in kg and quantity Q0, Q1 is also in kg. So this how item B is derived. I hope it is clear. If you want still more example of this conversion, you can comment on my video. You can text me. I will give you the further video of this conversion, right? Thank you so much. Now, if we see item C, unit is given in kg. Try to understand beta, but quantity is given in gram. So again, you have two options. Either this kg is converted into gram, and or this gram is converted into kg, right? So let's see the solution. Unit, here we have taken 1 kg, so there is no need to change in this price. So this remains same, 60 and 75. But here the quantity is 1200 and 2000 gram. So if we convert this gram into kg, as you know, 1 kg is equal to 1000 gram, right? So this divided by 1200 divided by 1000 comes to 1.2 kg. Similarly, 2000 gram, in another words, you can say it's a 2 kg. How? 2000 divided by 1000, right? So instead of 1200 and 2000, we'll write 1.2 and 2. I hope it is clear, right? For item D, it is given in meter. For 1 meter, 14.25 and 15, and quantity is also given in meter. No need to change. For item E, 1 liter price is given and the quantity is also given in liter. No need to change. But for F, unit is given in 1 dozen. So the price is also in 1 dozen, right? But pieces, in quantity you have given pieces, right? So again you have two options. Either dozen is converted into piece or piece is converted into dozen, right? So here we'll convert dozen into piece. So if we convert dozen into piece, the price would be changed because price over here is for 1 dozen, right? So 1 dozen, in another words, you can say 12 piece. So price is given for 12 piece. For 1 piece, it would be how much? For 12 piece, 30 rupees. For 1 piece, it would be how much? So 30 divided by 12, it would be 2.5, right? Similarly, this 36 rupees is for 1 dozen, or I would say 12 piece. So 12 piece, 36 rupees. For 1 piece, it would be how much? So it comes to 3 rupees. You can see over here, 3 rupees, right? Quantity remains same because this dozen is converted into piece and quantity is given in the pieces, right? So quantity is 8 and 10. I hope this would be clear, right? Further process as we have studied in previous sum, the same procedure you have to follow here. First, we'll find P1 Q0, P1 into Q0, 22 into 5, 7 into 10, 75 into 1.2, 15 into 15, 36 into 18, 3 into 8. And the total of this is your sigma P1 Q0. Similarly, you can calculate P0 Q0. How? P0 into Q0, right? And the total of this is sigma P0 Q0. Similarly, we'll calculate P1 Q1, P1 into Q1, right? And the total of this is sigma P1 Q1, which is 1916. Similarly, we'll find P0 Q1, P0 into Q1. The total of this is your sigma P0 Q1, which is 1656.25. Now put this amount in your formula. Last place index number sigma P1 Q0 upon sigma P0 Q0 into 100. 740 divided by 669 into 100, 110.61. Passes index number sigma P1 Q1 upon sigma P0 Q1 into 100, 629 upon 571 into 100, 110.16, right? And similarly, Fisher's index number under root IL into IP under root 110.61 into 110.16, 110.38. I hope this is clear, right? Illustration number 14. Find the ideal index number for the year 2015 from the following data. 3 items you are given A, B, and C. Base year, that means this is P0 and this quantity of 2014 is Q0. Current year price is P1 and current year quantity is Q0. Very simple sum, but which is the question? Ideal index number. In my previous video, in one line, I've stated that Fisher's index number would be the ideal index number in this chapter, right? So here you have to calculate what Fisher's index number, and for finding the Fisher's index number, first you have to calculate last year's, then passes, and then you can come to the Fisher or direct formula we have. Based on that direct formula, even you can calculate Fisher's index number. Let's calculate. So first we require P1 Q0, P1 into Q0. The total of this is your sigma P1 Q0. Similarly, we require P0 Q0, P0 into Q0. Total of this is sigma P0 Q0. Similarly, P1 Q1, that is P1 into Q1. Total of this is your P1 Q1. And similarly, P0 Q1, that is P0 into Q1. Total of this is your sigma P0 Q1. Put it into the formula. So this is the second formula, direct formula you can say. Under root sigma P1 Q0 upon sigma P0 Q0 into sigma P1 Q1 upon sigma P0 Q1 into 100. 1056 divided by 852 into 1116 divided by 900 into 100. Your answer is Fisher's index number is 123.97. This would be the answer. Okay, I hope it is clear. Very simple question you ask. Moving further. Next example is quite different. Let's see. Find Fisher's index number for the year 2015 by taking 2014 as the base year, as like the previous sum. from the data given below about consumption, that is Q, right? And total expenditure of 5 items. See, this consumption, you can say this is 2014 consumption Q0, 2015 consumption Q1. But total expenditure, you cannot say it's a P1 and P0. Why? I'll give you one example, right? Say, uh, we'll go to a mall and there you purchase item A, right? 5 quantity you have purchased and each of them is costing rupees, say 100. So you have given how much? 500 rupees, right? But we require in our sum per unit price. We won't require that 500 rupees. We won't require that total expenditure. We require the per unit price of that item, right? And the per unit price of that item is how much? 500 divided by 5 item. So we'll have 100 rupees. Yes. So this how this total expenditure you can convert into P0 and P1. How? Total expenditure, for example, for item A, total expenditure of 2014 is 2500, right? Divide by in 2500, how many quantity you can buy? 50 kg. So divide by 50 kg. So per unit 1 kg price you can find, and it comes to 50. Let's see. See, quantity Q0 which is given directly. P0 here you can find. How you can find? Expenditure divided by Q0. So 2500 divided by 50, 50, 600 divided by 120, 5, 330 divided by 30, 11, 360 divided by 20, 18, and 40 divided by 5, 8. Similarly, Q1 is given for P1, expenditure divided by Q1. So 4200 divided by 60, 70, 700 divided by 140, 5, 200 divided by 20, 10, 300 divided by 15, 20, and 50 divided by 5, 10. So for Fisher's index number, first we require P1 Q0, P1 into Q0. And the total of this is sigma P1 Q0. Similarly, P0 Q0, that is P0 into Q0. Total of this is sigma P0 Q0. P1 into Q1, right? So P1 into Q1, total of this column is sigma P1 Q1, and similarly we'll have P0 Q1, total of this is sigma P0 Q1. Put it into the formula. So Fisher's index number is equal to root sigma P1 Q0 upon sigma P0 Q0 into sigma P1 Q1 upon sigma P0 Q1 into 100. So put the amount under root 4850 divided by 3830 into 5450 divided by 4230 into 100. So your answer is 127.73. Okay, I hope it is clear, but you have to practice of this sum, right? And the last sum, illustration number 60. The health department has implemented a certain policy for the industrial units in the year 2003 to control the possibility of cancer due to chemical process which is hazardous to the health of workers employed in the industrial units of a certain industrial area who are residing in the same area. To evaluate this policy, a survey was conducted about death due to cancer of person in the different age group. And the following data are obtained of the year 2003 and 2008. So 2008 is your current year. 2003, you can say it's a base year. Find index number of the deaths due to cancer using weighted average method. That means that sigma IW upon sigma W. Yes. by taking the population of industrial area in the year 2003 as a weight and interpret it. Okay. So different age group you have given: less than 5, 5 to 15, 15 to 40, 40 to 60, and more than 60. Population of 2003. Population is, in other words, like you can say quantity, right? Population, that is numbers. Number is given. That is its quantity you have given of 2003. That is Q0 you have given. You can say that is 10, 8, 48, 38, 40. Depth of 2003 and 2008 is given. So this is instead of price, right? So 2003 depth is your P0, 2008 depth is your P1. Okay. So here you have to calculate sigma IW upon sigma W, weighted index number, right? So first we require weight, second we require I, that is index number, and then you can calculate weighted index number. How it would be derived? Let's see. See, this is population of the year. Weight you can say it is given Q0, that is weight you have given, right? And this is P0 and this is P1 you have given. So based on this P1 and P0, first we'll calculate what? Index number. And which is the formula you can apply? The very first formula, the basic formula of index number, P1 upon P0 into 100, right? So for less than 5-year age group, 65 divided by 200 into 100, 32.5. 5 to 15, 5 to 15, 5 to 15, it is 100 divided by 145 into 100. And this how the index number you can calculate, right? Now let's multiply this index number with weight. So we'll have IW, I into W, 10 into 32.5, 325, 8 into 100, 68.97 into 8, 551.76. So this how we can derive the IW, and the total of this IW is your sigma IW. And in the formula, two things we require: sigma IW, which is 8280.6, and sigma W, which is 118. Okay, let's put the formula. So weighted index number for 2008 is sigma IW upon sigma W, 8280.6 divided by 118. It comes to 70.17. Okay, I hope you like this video. If you like this video, you can share it, you can subscribe my channel, you can like it, right? Thank you so much, and wait for the next video.